Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Nick Eden, and welcome to episode 26 of Morning Cup of Merch. Minus my coffee, plus I got caught in the rain. It's a lot going on, but it's okay. So, guys, I wanted to talk to you really quickly about minimizing competition by capitalizing on local and state trends. You're not going to completely eliminate it, but you can definitely minimize it. And one of the best way to do that I found is political trends. Now, am I talking about Biden 2020 or Trump 2020 or Harris or Booker or anybody else that's running 2020? You can make some of those shirts. And yes, especially as you get closer to the election, they will sell. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? And that's pretty easy to do. Like right now, there are 21 confirmed Democratic candidates. It's maybe 5 or 6 maybes. It's like 4 or 5 on the Republican side. And here's the key to it, guys. It doesn't matter what side of the coin that you are particularly on. This is not about being a liberal or a conservative. This is about being a capitalist and capitalizing on what's going on. Those shirts are going to sell. And whether you want to be a part of that trend or not is up to you. Now, how do you do that? For the federal stuff, just Google. It's just that simple. Google it. Democratic candidates, and you've got all of the ones listed. What I will say is please stay away from their slogans. Their names are fair game, but please stay away from the slogans. Imagine being that person that was selling a ton of Make America Great shirts in 2015, 2016, and it's trademarked, and now you got a violation and you got to take all that down and you're missing a chunk of money. Don't even get to that. So I would say stay away from their slogans. However, the names are fair game. Now, what do I mean by minimizing the competition? While you won't be able to completely eliminate the competition, you can definitely minimize what type of competition is going on based on doing the same type of political trends in your local and state elections. Now, some people may not keep up with it. You may not know who your city councilman is. If you don't, I would definitely suggest you find out. You know, it's just as simple as going into your city's municipal site, or one way that I found that's been really good for me, go to ballotpedia.org. Okay, it's like the Wikipedia for politics. And let's say you go in for Mississippi and you hit all of the candidates that are running for mayor, city council, district commissioner, tax collector, just governor, all of these different ones. Are all of them going to sell? Absolutely not. I'm going to be honest with you. But you can get it enough to where you can have some consistent sales. If you've got 20, 30 candidates given in a given state, then if you're selling one per month, I mean, that's an additional 30 sales in addition to whatever else you've got going on. Now, yeah, some of them are going to sell more than others, but that really just depends on how you niche down. Obviously, someone running for governor is probably going to get more traffic online than somebody that's running for, let's say, mayor or city council, whatever the case may be. But it's still a viable option, and it's less competition because most people are not thinking what's going on in Montgomery, Alabama, or Birmingham, Alabama, or Chattanooga, Tennessee, or Gulfport, Mississippi, or Slidell, Louisiana. You know, these are places where you can kind of go in and you can dominate. If you do 10 shirts for, the different candidates that are running, you can pretty much dominate just that one sector and have first page. Now, and even with that, even if you wanted to say, okay, that's not enough, let me go for a larger thing. Hey, you've still got Senate seats that are coming up. You still got House seats that are coming up. These are the different ways that you can go in, and it's so easy and it's laid out for you. It's very easy and laid out for you. Now, something that somebody else brought to my attention that could be really good and a good local merch opportunity is to then approach those candidates or someone from their team in the standpoint of a local merch type of situation. I don't know if you guys have my local merch template that I've used to close some of my larger accounts, but I will say, and I'll put the link to that. I have to get to the computer and do it. It's kind of hard to do it from my phone. It's a free template that you can actually use, and it basically breaks down what the local merch template is and what local merch is itself and how that can benefit yourself and the candidate. And to be honest, depending on the candidate, you may really get a really good response. So that's another angle that you can really kind of work it. And at that point, you can put slogans up. At that point, you can put official art. You can put things up that someone who is just doing a Google search for that candidate cannot do. You've got to direct in with them. You have paperwork that says you can license to use whatever their apparel is and go from there. And at that point, you can just kind of run the gamut on it. So that especially from the pop socket standpoint, which is something I don't think that anybody is really thinking about. If you approach one of these candidates, because think about the political buttons that everybody used to wear, and now you're talking about, look, we can have your name on this pop socket. Dude, like that's these things write themselves. They really do. So it's no reason why you should not be able to hop on that trend immediately. Now, what I would say is I would tend to stay away from candidates who I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. Excuse my phone being a little shaky. I would tend to stay away from candidates who have a really inflammatory type of platform. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to violate any of the content in the toss in terms of inciting violence or anything like that. So do be careful about the candidates that you choose and what you choose in terms of keywording and putting on the actual design. But it's more than doable, and this is a great way to hop on trends that are going to carry from now until November of 2020. And some beyond. You know, I still have some shirts from 2016 that are selling on my other platforms because they were just popular phrases. You know, so like the nasty woman phrase, even though I think that's trademarked now, you know, something along the lines of that. I had shirts in that vein that have gone on and continued to sell. So these are the types of things that you can do to minimize your competition, still cash in on these trends that are happening and are only going to get bigger as it gets closer to the election. That's pretty much all I have for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you next time.